Hi everyone, welcome to the live tonight about what's next. Now I need to apologize in advance because I'm having some technical difficulties and I am coming to you on a device that I don't normally use. So if this works, this is tremendous. If it doesn't work, I will come back and redo this at another time. So I'm Erin. If we have not had the pleasure of meeting yet, what I do is I help parents who are new to autism go from feeling overwhelmed and frustrated to calm and confident. And we do that together. We create a roadmap and we set out your journey and we accomplish your goals. Now, tonight, I want to talk specifically about a question that was asked by a parent this weekend. I get this question all the time, but the same question was framed a little bit differently this weekend. And the question was, what's next? So, you are an awesome parent. You're kind, you're loving, you're supportive, you have strategies, and you have patience out the wazoo. And it all worked for your other kids or kid, or you see it working with your nieces and nephews or your friends' kids or your grandkids or neighbors' kids. So why is it not working now? This is where people ask me, what comes next? Where do I start? So where you start and what comes next depends on where you're at. And that helps you to know where you start. So this question that I get all the time about where do I start and what comes next, it came this weekend with something else added to the question. And what they said was, no one will tell us what to do. Which is so sad when parents feel that lost. And when you're a rock star parent and you love parenting and you can't figure it out, it's heart-wrenching. So the answer about what comes next lies with you. It lies in the path that you're on and the choices that you make. Like, are you a DIYer? Do you like to research and do stuff and then try it out on your own? If that's your path and those are the choices that you make, then what comes next may be to research something or ask for some specific help with something. But that is not what this parent meant. Because I've sent this parent lots of videos, PDFs, and things for them to try. I'm super happy to do that for everyone. What this parent meant was, how do I do this? All of this. What she meant was, it's overwhelming and I'm frustrated. And she meant, I'm good at things. I'm successful in my job. I have great friends. I'm smart. And I love parenting. But it's not working. What do I do now? That's what this parent meant this weekend. I know that this is a hard topic because there's so much wrapped up in getting a diagnosis and waiting and wait lists and funding and who should pay for what and figuring all that out as well. But what I know is that it's hard to live with chaos. It's hard to live in it. It's hard to watch it. It's hard for your child to learn in it. And it's hard to be with it day in and day out. Especially if you are the type of person that puts systems and processes in place to create order. And that's always worked for you because you're a rock star. Autism throws a wrench in your order. When you're knee deep in that chaos, it's really hard to find your way out. I want to tell you about Sean and Reg. They are parents who are in this group, and they had very specific goals. They wanted to get rid of the bottle at nighttime, establish routines, develop effective communication, decrease problem behavior, get their son toileted, and make decisions about school. Getting started ASAP and making progress quickly was a priority for them because they knew the science behind about the brain and the window of opportunity they had for their son to do his best learning and most learning. They had specific goals. They knew where they were, they knew where they wanted to be, and they knew they couldn't get there by themselves. So they called me. And what they learned from working with me was that they had to change their behaviors to make progress with their goals. It's all a big picture. It's all tied together. And once you see and learn how it all connects, then you make progress. Because it's not about changing your child. And it's not about tackling issues in isolation. Like, you can't shift problem behaviors until you understand how your child perceives the world. And when Sean and Reg saw this from a new perspective, then their communication changed. And when their communication changed, then their systems changed. And when their systems changed, their son's responses and behavior changed. And that brought joy to their lives. And now their son no longer requires the bottle to go to sleep. He's toileted. He uses visuals to communicate. And what else? There's joy. They smile on the calls. We celebrate things that happen every week. The updates are tremendous. And when situations or problems arise, they problem solve using strategies that I taught them. And did I mention their home is calm? Just as an aside, Sean has agreed to do a Q&A with me that we're going to record and post in the group so you can hear specifically about their journey. But like Sean and Reg, you need to decide what you want. What does success look like for you with autism? And then decide, can I get there by myself? And if yes, then grab all the PDFs, the resources, the video training, and tackle it. Because if you can do this by yourself, you got this. But if you want results like Sean and Reg, then just jump onto a call with me. And let's talk about which one of my programs would work for you or would be a next step. What comes next depends on where you're at now and what you want and how you want to get there. And that is all your choice. I see that some people have said some things. I'm really sorry if I can't access this because I'm doing it on my phone tonight. Stressful sometimes, wondering if I can get him to school. Planning board. Oh, you've got the planning board up in the shower, schedule for school. That's a great plan. I love that plan, and your thumbs up. Reward. That's so great, Jenny. Thanks for sharing. Awesome. What comes next depends on where you're at, where you want to be, and how you want to get there. And that involves a really hard look at you and your life and what you want. If this has been helpful for you and what you think your next step might be is to talk about what support could look like for your child, then just book a call with me. Let's talk. Let's talk about all the programs. Let's talk about your options. Let's talk about where you're at, where you want to be, and how to get you there. Let's do this. I'm going to post the link below. If you want to book a call, click the link. Let's talk. Remember, what comes next depends on where you're at, where you want to be, and how you want to get there. We'll talk soon. Good night.